Hello and hey, what's up my homies? Anyways, welcome back to another video vlog, IRL. Anyways, as you know, I did go to Busch Gardens with my friend Sean recently, and that was awesome, a lot of fun. I went and cheetah hunt, I went on Montu, and all sorts of stuff like that. You know, I normally do that, and I didn't record anything because when we were in the car driving, driving back, it was like 1 o'clock in the morning by the time I got back, and everyone was passed out. I was awake the whole ride, listening to the radio, which was talking about like a murder or something like that. I don't know, but I found it interesting. So yeah. But what do I say now? Oh yeah. A lot of insane things happened this week, and I know normally I do it on Fridays and Saturdays, but I had just had to do this IRL now before I forget later on. Also because like I need to catch up with like explaining what happened during Busch Gardens. But also I recently changed my room, which was yesterday. I changed my room so I have my little game area here with all my games, you know, like Call of Duty, Mirror's Edge, Mortal Kombat, Bully, Halo, Gears of War, Left 4 Dead, Batman, which actually I finished with Batman Arkham City. I don't want to drop the game. I finished with Batman Arkham City, and I'm actually starting Batman Arkham Origins. I started playing it about 2 days ago, and I'm like already 3% in the game. So yeah. But still, I also, like I said, since I fixed my room, I put this actually on top of my night table, which has my clock, and it's 9 o'clock. I'm drinking some Capri Sun, reading Bioshock. I got my Bible there, so demons stay away. Yeah. And I actually have a really cool couch, which I'm trying to set up a camera angle sooner or later, so you can just see the whole couch and everything. It's actually a bed. So it's an old bed I had. That I just, because I didn't know, it looks so weird. See that? If you didn't know, this bed here, as you can see, because I took them apart, so it looks cool. This bed here, was originally a bunk bed where it had a second set, but then my mother just, like, chopped that off and made it into just one whole bed where it had 2 layers with 2 mattresses on it, and then since my aunt is actually coming down from New Jersey soon, I decided to just take the bed like this, and after I saw how cool it looked, like the couch and everything, I was like, you know what, screw it, I'm gonna keep it like that. Even after she leaves, I'm keeping it like this because it looks awesome. And I'm actually on my Xbox as of right now, so. That was loud. What is that movie? Cop Out. Nothing new on Xbox. Still. But yeah, other than that, I also got my game library changed around. You have my PlayStation 3 right here, which I've been playing recently. What is this? I don't know what I'm gonna do with this stupid thing, freaking Bright House and crap. I'm gonna just leave it there. I've actually been playing Fallout New Vegas recently. You see? And here's my Xbox. I'm playing Batman Arkham Origins. As it's right there. It's freaking awesome. And I guess you can see it now. Like, jeez. I also got my Wii right here, and I also have my bureau, which is what I call it right here. Originally, this used to be really long, like this long, but my dad cut it, and now it looks like that, so that's cool. And also have Derpy and this one here. I call her Bittersweet because she has like this lollipop cue mark, and oh my god, my stomach hurts. Oh my god, my stomach hurts. Ow, 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 ow. Ow, ow, ow. That hurts. But I'm gonna take these books right here. I'm gonna just do a little thing like this. And this is my couch. That's what I will call it from now on. Batman, you are so loud. But anyways, guys, so, like I said, and this cool thing is that it moves forward and back, as you see. And I actually moved all this stuff by myself with my mother's instructions. My mother's like told me what to do and such. And shut up, Batman! God, you're so rude. My mother is just like telling me what to do and what to move and such. And also, I'm going to SeaWorld tomorrow, so yeah, that's gonna be pretty awesome for my summer. Since I'm in ROTC, well, junior ROTC in summer camp, but you know. Capri Sun. But still, yeah. Other than that, a lot of stuff happened this week. And so I'm gonna start with some of the minor stuff, and then go on to the major thing that haunted me until, well, still haunts me until now, because it was just so sad. It wasn't like someone shooting up children in an elementary school or 9/11 or something like that sad, but it was still pretty sad just to witness. But you know, but so like I said, I'm in summer camp and everything like that, and since I don't have a cell phone myself, I had to bring my mother's cell phone with me in case I wanted to call her so I could go home, which is what I do every now and then. And so for some odd reason, some random person calls my mother's phone, and the phone goes off while we're listening to the counselor, like telling us what we're going to be doing that day and such like that, and it goes off. And so this really, really rude kid, and all these kids there are so rude except for like me and my friend Angel, and that's about it. All these kids are like super freaking rude and disrespectful. And well, when the phone went off, someone was all like, whose phone is that? And I was like, I don't know. And then I heard the dial tone, like the ringtone and such. And then I'm like, oh wait, that's my mom's phone right there. Oh, and I was like, just leave it, just leave it. And then this kid out of nowhere decides to grab my backpack, pick it up, and start going like this, like holding it there. It's like, and then I'm like, put it down. He's like, man, Mitch. And I'm like, I'll put it down. You have no right to be touching my stuff. Now put it down. And I get pissed, like, and everyone just went silent and just stared at me, and they're like, damn. And then that kid was just like, he just puts it down. He's like, man, I'm just freaking stupid. Like, this kid puts up this freaking fit like he's some kind of 5-year-old. And I was like, oh my god. And then today, I have this balloon in my hand that I've been holding in my hand for like the past 2 hours. And he's like, bro, what are you doing with my balloon? I'm like, this is mine. I've had this for like 2 past hours. Ever since it was blown up, I've had this. And he like decides to grab it from me. And so what I do, I go behind him, smack it out of his hand, and he tries to go reach for it. So I grab his hand, and he just stands still. I just grab his hand with force, like gripping him. I grab it, and he's like, man, don't touch me, you fucking ugly ass nigger, or something like that. And then he just walks away. Now later on, someone ran behind me, just smacked the thing out of my hand, just walked off with it and threw it somewhere. I didn't really care at that moment because I was going to be leaving in like 5 minutes or something. So, or we were going to be leaving to lunch, and I wouldn't see the balloon again anyway, so it didn't matter. But yeah, and anything other than that? Other than that, summer camp. I know I'm stroking my leg here. Shush. What else? Nah, nothing else minor like that. Other than my room change and everything. But let's move on to the major thing. Now, warning, if you're a person who does not like descriptions of violence or descriptions of animal violence, deaths, and such like that, don't listen now, or go away, trust me, right now. Alright, starting with the story now. So, if you don't live here in Florida, like I said, at the summer campus at Jackson Middle School and such, and, if you don't know, this actually happened, near Cimarron Boulevard, like, the street that intersects with Cimarron Boulevard, in front of, like next to where the Kmart used to be, like down from where Ross is. If you live in Florida, you know that area. And there's like a McCoy Federal Bank in front of this area. But so my dad is driving me to summer camp, and there's this McCoy Federal Bank there and everything like that. And we're at like this drive-through. It's a red light. We're stopped and everything. And my dad is all like, "Wait, David, look, hey, isn't that like a cat there?" And I go like that, and I see this small little baby. It's so adorable, this little baby cat, like a little baby kitten, not even a year old. I'm pretty sure it wasn't even a year old. And what happens? I look at the cat. I'm like, oh, it's so cute. It gets up. The little baby kitten gets up, walks under the car in front of us, not my car, the car in front of us that's parked. It walks up. I'm like, no, what are you doing? It walks into the street under the car in front of us, under the tire of the right, because I didn't know there's 4 tires, in the front of the car, on the right tire, on the right side, the right front tire. It goes right there under the tire, puts its head there, and the car slowly moves forward, running the little kitten over. And I watch that all happen right before my eyes. I was like, oh my god. I was crying. I was actually crying right at that moment. And this cat had no mother with it, no other family members, nothing. It was all alone, which made me sad there. I was like, oh, it's all alone and everything. I really felt like just jumping out the car and picking that little cat up and taking it to the ASPCA. But then that happened, and that cat's head got squished off, and all that was left was a little cat's body laying there in the road without its little head, and I could just see its little guts splurting out, and there was like a little puddle of blood around it, and I was just like... Now, if you don't know this about me, blood and gore does not bother me. Literally, I looked at this body, and I saw all this blood, and I saw all this gore, and this is real life stuff. And that wasn't what bothered me. My stomach was twisting and turning and such, but only because that was a really devastating and just tragic thing for me to see at that moment, because I love animals, and one of the reasons why I never let my dog Fluffy out in the front or anything like that was because I'm 5%, don't let Batman. But still, the reason why I never let Fluffy out is because I was always afraid that would happen. Like, once there was a car, but it stopped, and the guy parked it, got out of the car, and just stares at my dog for like 15 minutes, barking at the car, like, bark, 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 bark. And nothing happened then. And I didn't even know he was out there until my dad was like, dude, Fluffy's outside. And I'm like, what? And we're not, I just see this, and the guy's like, this is your dog? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, your dog has been barking at my car for like the past 15 minutes, standing there, doing nothing. And the guy just stared at him, which was pretty funny back then, but it still scared me. That I have really bad anxiety about things. But, seeing this cat just die right before my eyes, God, I watched the cat even struggle for life, and it didn't make it. And it was so cat. It was like this small little kid, not even a year old. He had like this dark, blackish, brownish skin with the lightish, those kind of cats. I don't know. I never owned a cat before, but I love cats, because my friend Sean has one. His cats are awesome. They scratch me before, which hurts, but I still like cats a lot. They're really cool. And I love dogs, and I love all animals, except like insects. That's different. That's a different story. But so, yeah, I see this cat and everything like that, and it was just terrifying. And literally that whole day, I just like am trying to pay attention to ROTC, but that memory just keeps coming back to me and back to me and back to me. It was so clear, it was, my God, just God, I was shocked so much. That's like, it's terrifying. But still, yeah. Anyways, that's all I have for you guys. And also, I think I mentioned this before, that I went to go see the movie The Fault in Our Stars, which is an awesome movie. Go check it out if you can. I don't remember what I did with my ticket. I kept my ticket, but I don't know where I put it. I think it's somewhere here. It's not. Crap. Oh my God, never mind. Just forget it. I had the ticket though. I had my ticket, but still. And also leads to another story I'll do in another video, but yeah. It will probably involve handicapped people. Sorry, but you know. But it's not gonna be offensive. It's just, you know, my experiences with them. But anyways, guys, my name is SonicX568, and I will be talking to you guys later in my new amazing crib. Okay, guys? Bye.